Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the benefits overview for AmeriFirst employees for 2022. We're keeping it very simple this year, all with United Healthcare again, medical, dental, vision, and life, and also our supplemental benefits of long-term and short-term disability. I'd first like to go over our PPO plans for the medical. These plans have a $0 deductible option, a $1,250, and a $3,000. These all function very similarly. Let's say you go in or around the hospital. With this plan, you wouldn't pay a deductible, but you would pay 30% of the bill, and United Healthcare would pay 70% of the bill. And you do that 30% until you spent $5,000 as a single person or $10,000 as a family. If you go to the doctor, you'd pay $30 to just a normal primary care doctor, $60 for a specialist. If you go to the urgent care, you'd pay $75 for the urgent care visit. Or if you go to an actual emergency room at the hospital, you'd pay a $250 copay and then that 30% of the bill. Our pharmacy benefit acts the same through all three plans. $10 for generic, $35 for name brand, $70 for expensive name brand, and $250 for really expensive name brand. So that's how it works across the board. For this richest plan, these are the per paycheck contributions that you would make. For the $1,250 plan, it acts just similarly. You'd pay that $1,250 deductible, then 30% of the bill. The same out-of-pocket maximums apply. The same copays for doctors and emergency and urgent care and prescription. And these are the deductions for that plan. And then lastly, on the PPO side, you have a $3,000 deductible plan, which has a 30% coinsurance after that, which are a little bit higher out-of-pocket maximums for the years 6 and 12. The copays are a little higher on this plan too, 40 and 65, 40 for a normal PCP doctor, 65 for a specialist, and same for urgent care and emergency room and prescriptions. And of course, as you can see, this has a little bit higher deductible and out-of-pocket maximums, so the premiums are less on this plan. Okay. When it comes to an HSA option, we do have a health savings account plan, and think of it HSA as a high deductible plan where pretty much everything under the sun goes towards meeting your deductible, and then the insurance kicks in after that. So this plan has a $6,000 deductible for a single person, $12,000 for a family. After you meet that, then once again, it kicks in and pays 100% of that bill. Has an out-of-pocket max of $65.50 for the year on a single side and $13.1 on a family side. No copay when you go to the doctor. It just goes towards your deductible. Same thing with urgent care and emergency room. And also keep in mind, the same thing applies for the pharmacy. So you have to kind of meet the whole deductible until these pharmacy copays kick in. With a lot of that going towards the deductible and not having copays, you can see this plan is much cheaper, okay? And those are the deductions. Also, keep in mind that AmeriFirst actually contributes $50 a month to your health savings account as long as you contribute $10 a month. So what it really is it's a high deductible plan that has like a little side account that you would put money into every month, and you use that money to then go and satisfy that deductible. So that's the HSA plan. When it comes to the dental plans, we have two of them. One is what we call low plan and one is high. So low, think it's a little lower benefit and lower cost. So this plan has a $50 single deductible for a calendar year and a $150 deductible for a family. Preventative services, think cleanings, are 100% covered. Basic services, think fillings, are 60% covered. And then major services, think like root canals, crowns, stuff like that, is 40% covered. This plan has a $1,500 annual max. So think of it as they'll pump $1,500 into you for the whole year, okay? And each person in the family gets their own $1,500. It does have orthodontia for kids, and that's essentially a $1,000 maximum benefit there. So it's 50% of the orthodontic treatment up to $1,000 maximum. But as any of us know, to get braces on a kid costs a lot more than a few $1,000s. So Just think of it as it's $1,000 benefit for ortho. Okay, so that's the low plan, and here are the costs per pay for the low plan. The high plan is same when it comes to deductible, but it's a higher benefit for the different tiers of service. So it's 100% here, and then it's 80 for basic and 50 for major. And then the annual max is quite a bit different. It's a $5,000 annual max. So if you got a lot of stuff that you know you have to get taken care of, this is the plan for you. Orthodontic treatment is a little bit higher at $1,500, and here are the premiums for the dental plan on the high side. Okay. All right, vision. The vision benefit is pretty straightforward. So you go in for an eye exam, it's going to be a $10 copay. If you go and they say, hey, you need some new glasses and you want to get new frames, they'll pay up to $130 for those frames. So if you want to get some frames that are fancy that cost, $400, they'll pay $130 of it, and you'll pay the difference. Okay. Contact lenses, the allowance is $130 as well. And then you can get an exam every year, every 12 months. Eyeglass lenses, new lenses every 12 months, new frames every 24 months, so every 2 years there. And then contact lenses and the glasses, you can do that every 12 months. And then here are the premiums for the vision plan per paycheck. Okay. Life insurance, AmeriFirst is very generous. They pay for the first $50,000 of life insurance for everybody with zero cost to you as an employee. And then our supplemental benefits with short-term and long-term disability, kind of at a high level, short-term disability pays you up to 60% of your weekly pay for up to 24 weeks. For short-term disability, think, like having a baby or something kind of shorter term, an illness or an injury there. And then long-term disability pays you up to 60% of your monthly pay when disabled until Social Security. So this is like long-term, right? This is protracted cancer or some kind of terrible thing that keeps you disabled for a long time. And that's what the long-term disability is there for as well. Okay. So that's it. We're really keeping it simple. Those are all the different plans and the benefits and the costs associated with them. And thank you for joining us for this overview.